My name is Branch, and I'm a troll. Why do I live in a heavily fortified survival bunker? Because right outside my door lurks a nightmare. Named Poppy.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Poppy is the leader of the trolls, and it's not her fault she's so insanely happy. She just never faced a real problem. Until now.
Cupcake?
The really interesting part about this movie is really the visual treatment and the production designer and the director were going for. It was very, very different than what we've done in the past or what I've seen. So when I started to work with Kendall Cronkite or production designer, we're like, I was like really wondering what would be the final images. I mean, we had the look she was going for was, book illustration, but also introducing element like felt and furs and wool and crochet. So it was a very different language, a very different visual language, and of course we had to do that, in computer graphics animation. So that was really the interesting challenge for us.
What's your plan?
To rescue everyone and make it home safely.
We did it!
So you're going to scrapbook them to freedom.
Solid burn, Branch.
We took trolls, we shake them, we turn them, we shoot them slow motion to see what was the behavior of the hair, and working with the styling aspect of it, so to have the proper response. And at one point, little by little, we started to get the sense of it. And when we tested it on a walk, where the trolls walking and the trolls dancing. And at one point, we had the feel that we wanted, which was light hair, reacting to it, coming back. And that's where we started to show, we showed the director, and they were like, yeah, that feels right. It's actually much more active, but it's not distracting you by it as troll's hair. So that was our first big step forward in the process.
Fist bump.
Whoop, gear shift.
So the glitter was a big element in our movie because they're fun and our trolls are very fun. They love to party, they love to dance, they love to sing, and glitter were, we have characters with glitter or Guy Diamond and Glitter Guy. And so it's something that we had to develop in terms of the visual, making sure that we respond properly to the light. But in terms of the effects, they're used throughout the movie, and there's sometimes little effects, and they're usually little jokes. Then we had to do. So in this case, when you plan effects as a joke, you really want to control the timing, the shape, and the elements. So there was really back and forth working with the directors, making sure that we were responding to the expectation. And Mike and Walt were very interested in terms of the visual to support, obviously, the story, but to make sure that we help the jokes as well. So every time we have a little glitter joke in the movie, it was making sure that we actually deliver the proper timing, the proper shape, so that they were fun.
Love it.
I think you look fat.
What?
pH fat, then strike that pose.
pH fat.
The first challenge was to actually achieving the look, so making sure we could get the look. And the other aspect about the trolls, they're small. So one of the things we wanted to convey was like, okay, they're small in a big world. So you really have, we had in mind from the first concept to actually, on each step, to carry the sense of scale. So you wanted to make sure that the fuzz was actually very little and small, and on camera it looked like very thin and small. So you had to create a lot. So one of the big challenge we had, obviously, or one of the big concerns we have is like, okay, we're going to create this world, but how are we going to be able to render it? Because obviously you have a lot of geometry and a lot of elements to render. But one of the things in order to really deliver the sense of scale, making sure that we were with trolls, they were very small, we actually use macro photography. And that really helped us trying to what we call level of details. I mean, it's simplifying our world. Every time we were out of focus, we could actually simplify our world. And that's basically how we manage a little bit the complexity of our scene.
Poppy! Hang on!
Branch, I'm a man. You are right on time.
Kendall did all, work on all the production design, and my role is to facilitate the realization of it. So she came up with her idea, and then we started to talk about, hey, are we going to do this? And after that, we follow the process together. So between the art director and myself, we go to rounds in modeling, surfacing, and lighting. I cover a little more effects, but she was also here because a lot of our effects were very design. So we wanted to make sure that we were conveying the same idea and the same visual message. So it's really a collaboration, like day to day. We spend a lot of time together.
Like you knew I was coming.
Yes, I figured after the third hug time, getting eaten by a Bergen wouldn't seem so bad.
And I figured there was no way you could do this by yourself. Guess we were both right.
All right, let's do this.
It was really great to work with Mike and Will because the way to direct is really interesting. They have very strong ideas of what they want. They really know exactly what they care about. But at the same time, they leave you a lot of freedom to explore. So our methodology was to get the download about what they wanted, what was the idea. It could be from a specific effects to a full sequence, a look, a visual, a color, and there you could start working on the idea. And what we did, like every week, I met with them and started to show elements. Like, hey, we started to do you like this? And they gave us feedback. And there is area they were like, okay, this is great, or yeah, keep going on this. And so I was like, no, actually, this part I thought about it, more like this. And it was interesting to see. We talked a little bit about the effects aspect of it, and it was extremely important to support the jokes.